What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with the original This Week in Destiny, giving you the full breakdown for the up and coming week. This week sees the continuation of the Bladed Path quest. We also see the launch of Crotas End into Destiny 2. We have a brand new exotic mission in the exotic mission Rotator, a full breakdown of all the weekly rituals and so much more. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below. And remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are well on our way to 200k, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny. This week marks week 2 of Season of the Witch, and also the continuation of the Bladed Path quest. This is the main story quest for Season 22, and this week we'll see us learn about elemental attunements. This is to further our understanding of the sword logic, and this will also allow us to pick up some of the elemental opaque cards. We made a video right here on the channel covering exactly those, what they are, what they do, and how to get your hands on them all. If you haven't checked out that video already, make sure to do so, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. Now, once attuning to a particular element, we'll need to defeat combatants using that element either over in Savathun's throne world or in one of the seasonal activities, and defeating powerful combatants will grant you bonus progress. From there, you'll need to attune to Hive elemental runes, and these can be found in lost sectors over in the throne world. From here, we'll need to go back to the Helm and liaise with Eris Morn, which will wrap up all the new steps for this week's weekly quest. Now, alongside the continuation of that mission, upon Friday's daily reset, we also see the launch of Crotas End into Destiny 2. Now, with the return of this raid, we also see the return of Necrochasm. This will come in the form of its own quest, and we'll need to get a Husk of the Pit in order to kick that one off. As for the armor, we see the return of the Age of Triumph armor, so if you like lots of green neon lights on your armor sets, then Crotas End will be right up your street. Now, on top of those armor sets, we do see the return of some original weapons, including the Word of Crota hand cannon, the Swordbreaker shotgun, the Song of Ear-Ute machine gun, the Oversoul Edict pulse rifle, the Fang of Ear-Ute scout rifle, and the Abyss Defiance auto rifle. Naturally, Crotas End will also come with its own dedicated emblem and the raid seal. As always with raids, there's a lot to get our teeth into, so massive good luck if you're jumping into the world's first race. We most definitely will be doing that right here on the channel upon Friday's daily reset, so be sure to stop by and show some support while we go for the world's first title. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the exotic mission Rotator. This launched in Season 22, and we have a new mission available in Week 2. This comes in the form of Vox Obscura. Now, this exotic mission launched alongside the Witch Queen and is the home to the Dead Messenger exotic grenade launcher. This could be quite useful in Crota's End, especially during the Abyss encounter, so if you don't have a good wave frame, then this could be a great weapon to add to your arsenal. Now, alongside the Dead Messenger, we also see the return of weapons and armor from Season of the Risen. This includes the Explosive Personality, the Recurrent Impact, Under Your Skin, Sweet Sorrow, Thoughtless, Peace of Mind, alongside the Tusked Allegiance armor set. Now, you will need to own either the Witch Queen or Season of the Risen to access this mission, so whether you're looking to earn the Dead Messenger for the first time, or even if you're jumping back in to pick it up now it's craftable with an additional trait, then be sure to jump into Vox Obscura upon this week's weekly reset. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the featured raid and dungeon content for week 2. As for the featured raid, this can be found over in the Garden of Salvation. Now, this raid originally launched back in Shadowkeep, and whilst the Last Wish has had updated weapons which are now craftable, according to the database, the weapons within Garden are still non-craftable weapons. With that being said though, whilst the loot may be not as desirable, at least all the challenges are available. So if you're looking to earn the Enlightened Seal, which is the exclusive title for this raid, then this week will be the week to get that one knocked out. Now, as for the featured dungeon, the Spire of the Watcher is back. Now, with that being in rotation, it's a perfect chance to earn the armor to look like a badass cowboy. And if you already have a full set, then there's some pretty swanky weapons to go after too. Now, as the featured dungeon, it does mean Artifice armor is farmable. And if you are chasing down the Hierarchy of Needs, which is the exclusive bow for this dungeon, then again, this is the perfect week to get that one picked up. Now, from here, we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and the 30th Anniversary Pack activity. And alongside the Scatterhorn armor set, we see the return of the Lightkin armor set from Season of the Splicer. Now, with Splicer loot in rotation, we do have Splicer weapons available too, including the Chroma Rush, the Ignition Code, the Grid Skipper, Farewell, Sojourner's Tale, Shattered Cipher, the Main Ingredient, the Long Shadow, the Last Dance, the Toil and Trouble, Wishbringer, and the Last Perdition Pulse Rifle. Now the weapons from Splicer were some of our last unique looking weapons, and some well worth still picking up. So if you don't have God Rolls on the Chroma Rush or the Ignition Code or even the Grid Skipper, then I highly recommend jumping into Dares, and these can drop during the course of the activity when you complete it, or by simply handing in strange coins over at the Star Horse in the Treasure Hoard. Now next up we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a new challenging Nightfall and eventually Grandmaster Nightfall for Season 22. This comes in the form of Heist Battleground Moon. Now this launched into Destiny 2 as a Nightfall last season and proved to be one of the most challenging ones in the rotation. This season will be no different, except for this season this battleground is one of 3 available this season. Now as with each and every new season, we are still working out the new Nightfall weapon reward rotation, so as always, as soon as we know the details, we'll be sure to add it to the pinned comment down in the comments below. Now moving on to the Crucible, this week we'll see the return of Zone Control and Mayhem as featured Crucible Rotators. Naturally these offer totally different gaming experiences, so if you're looking to add something a little bit different to the mix alongside Trials on the weekend, then be sure to consider these game modes to earn some quick Crucible ranks, especially if you're looking to farm engrams to focus on some of the new ritual weapons. Now next up we're going to move on to seasonal challenges, and there are 7 seasonal challenges for week 2 of Season of the Witch. The first is called Acolyte's Ascent 2, and here you need to complete week 2 of the Bladed Path quest. That's followed by Luminary 1, so here you need to master the light by defeating combatants with void, arc or solar damage, whilst also exploring the arcane arts by identifying minor arcana cards at the Lectern of Divination over in the Athenium. Next we have Legend Spire, and here you need to complete Savathun Spire on Legend difficulty. That's followed by Wisp and Whispers, so for this you'll need to draw Whisper cards from the deck of Whispers in Savathun Spire or the Altars of Summoning to earn powerful bonuses. You can unlock Deck of Whispers by identifying 5 Arcana cards at the Lectern of Divination. That's followed by Absolutely Stunning, and here you'll need to stun 50 champions. That's followed by Most Dangerous Prey, and for this you'll need to defeat Guardians in Gambit or the Crucible. And the final challenge for week 2 is called Bank Kill Repeat, and here you need to earn points by banking moats, defeating blockers and defeating Guardians in Gambit. Now all these challenges offer Challenger XP and some offer Bright Dust, perfect if you're looking to visit tests upon this week's weekly reset. So there we have it guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 2 of Season of the Witch. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.